The story mode expansion for Mortal Kombat 1 is coming much sooner than we expected, so today let's discuss which characters are confirmed to return, which characters are very likely to return, and sadly which characters are not going to return. Because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton. And without any further ado, let's begin after a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Dave, the online banking app that's leveling the playing field and fights for the underdog. When you download Dave, you could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less with no credit check and no late fees. It's all part of Dave's Extra Cash account. Advance the money you need with no interest and then settle up later. Extra Cash gives you more money to buy groceries, fill the tank in your car, or pay rent, all without having to wait for your next paycheck. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to make their finances easier. In fact, Dave has helped its members avoid $2.5 billion in overdraft fees since 2017. So if you're ever in a pinch, get the help you need by downloading Dave. Download the Dave app today at dave.com/true. Once again, that's dave.com/true. You could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less with no credit checks and no late fees. So what are you waiting for? Download the Dave app today or go to dave.com/true. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Eligibility criteria and instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve, member FDIC. Alright, and back to the video. Let's talk about Story Mode Part 2 and which characters are coming along with the expansion. For anyone not aware, Ed Boon himself has already confirmed that MK1 is getting a Story Mode expansion, so we already know that's coming, but which characters will be included and when are we getting this Story Mode Part 2? Believe it or not, it looks like Story Mode Part 2 is coming way sooner than any of us expected. And we know this because Harumi has already been announced officially as a DLC character, and she's not listed anywhere in Kombat Pack 1, which means she's going to be included in the Story Mode expansion. Or in other words, that means NetherRealm gave her actress the green light to just tell everybody about this character, and they wouldn't be doing that unless Story Mode Part 2 was coming fairly soon. I mean, unless NetherRealm is just really bad at marketing and decided to reveal a DLC character months in advance, but I don't think that's the case. Instead, I think it's way more likely that Aftermath is coming immediately after the Kombat Pack 1 season ends. Or in other words, a month or so after Takeda gets here, we're going to get the Story Mode DLC along with the new characters. So with all that in mind, allow me to explain the DLC characters that are very likely coming with the DLC expansion. First up, we have the Cyborgs, Sector and Cyrax. At least one of these guys is confirmed to be in Mortal Kombat 1's expansion. However, that said, we could very likely get both of them, but I'm just saying one Cyborg is definitely confirmed. And the reason we know this to be the case is because of Sub-Zero's ending, where he reveals the Cyber Lin Kuei initiative. For anyone who's not aware, the writers of Mortal Kombat 1 themselves have confirmed that every ending in this game is canon and leads directly into the Aftermath DLC. Or in other words, because we see Sub-Zero working on the Cyber Lin Kuei in his arcade ending, that means the Story Mode expansion is going to feature the Cyber Lin Kuei. However, with that being said, I think there's gonna be a bit of a twist this time around, and instead of being full cyborgs, I think the Cyber Lin Kuei are going to be more like Iron Man costumes. So instead of being mindless killing machines with almost no free will of their own, the Lin Kuei are still going to be human ninjas, but decked out in these awesome Iron Man suits that enhance all their combat capabilities. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How do you feel about the idea of the Cyber Lin Kuei just wearing really cool cybernetic armor instead? For me personally, I think it would be a really awesome twist, but at the same time, I know some fans really hate change. But I digress. Next up, let's talk about a character who is not going to return for the Aftermath Story Mode Part 2. And unfortunately, this character is a fan favorite, and her name is Jade. That's right, unfortunately, even though I'm 99% sure that Jade is going to be a DLC character at some point in the future, I sadly doubt that she's going to come this early in the Story Mode expansion. Instead, I think NetherRealm is saving Jade for Kombat Pack 2, which comes after the Story Mode expansion. So in other words, there's Kombat Pack 1, then the Story Mode expansion, which some fans are calling Aftermath, and then after that you have Kombat Pack 2. And that's when I think Jade is going to drop. So sadly, Jade fans, you do have to wait a little bit before your girl becomes playable, which definitely is a bummer, but at the same time, you can rest assured that she will be in the game at some point, so that's more solace than a lot of players get. At least your character is guaranteed to be playable at some point, just not in Aftermath. And just in case anyone watching is new to my channel and is curious how I know know that Jade is going to be playable at some point, it's because pretty much everybody name drops her in the character intros. So not just one or two characters like in Mortal Kombat 11. Sometimes those intro dialogues are just Easter eggs and not actually canon events, but in this case, when 5+ characters mention Jade, it's pretty obvious she's gonna come back. But then on top of that, Jade is also name dropped in story mode multiple times as well. So yeah, Jade is definitely coming back. Alright, so next up, let's talk about the third character, who once again is returning as a DLC character in Aftermath. So not Kombat Pack 2, this character is coming in the story mode expansion, and just like Jade, he's a fan favorite, the Prince of Darkness himself, the Black Ninja Noob Saibot. That's right, this fan favorite character is confirmed to return in the story mode expansion. Now with that said, I have no clue how he's going to return, because Bi-Han is already Sub-Zero, and you can't just kill him off because there's no other Sub-Zero, unlike in the past games, right? So if you kill Bi-Han, then Sub-Zero is just gone from the series, and I don't think the developers are going to do that, and as a result, I'm left scratching my head wondering what's going to happen. My guess is that maybe Noob Saibot is going to be a powered up state or a different form for Bi-Han, but unlike in past games, it's not going to be permanent, which means he can either revert back to Sub-Zero on his own, or somebody else is going to break the curse and return him to normal, something like that. But once again, that's just my theory, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think is going to be the deal with the Noob Saibot? How is he going to return? Because next up, it's time for the final character, and when I say that, I mean the last fully playable character. I think that Story Mode Part 2, very similar to Aftermath in Mortal Kombat 11, is going to have 3 playable characters, but then on top of that, we're going to get some cameo characters as well, because once again, Harumi has already been confirmed as a cameo character for the expansion, which means it's very likely we're going to get 3 playable characters and 3 cameo characters, so 6 characters in total. So once again, let's talk about the final fully playable character, who I think is very likely going to be Kung Jin. And the reason I feel that way is because he has a brand new costume design at the end of story mode. That's right, just in case anybody forgot, an evil version of the Kombat Kids shows up at the very end of Mortal Kombat 1, only to be very quickly murdered by Katana on the pyramid steps. And if you look closely, only 2 of those Kombat Kids have completely new designs, Takeda and Kung Jin. Now when it comes to Takeda, everybody already knew he would be in the game as DLC because he got revealed in the Kombat Pack 1 trailer. But even so, it was a nice surprise to see all of the Kombat Kids return at the end of story mode, but once again, only 2 of them have new designs. Kung Jin looks completely different, and on top of that, he was not playable in Mortal Kombat 11, just like Takeda. And as a result, it is very likely that NetherRealm is going to bring both of them back for Mortal Kombat 1, and since Takeda is already confirmed and Kung Jin has a brand new outfit, I definitely do think NetherRealm is going to bring him back one last time, which is really cool. And you know what? I just realized guest characters. There's definitely going to be 1 guest character included in the story mode expansion. It's gotta happen, because don't forget about RoboCop, okay? He was included in the DLC for Aftermath, even though he never shows up in story mode. And since Ed Boon already teased Ghostface many months ago, I'm willing to bet, if I was a gambling man, that Ghostface will be the guest character in the Aftermath DLC. And then for Kombat Pack 2, we're gonna get 2 other guest characters, or possibly 3, but none of them have been teased yet, whereas Ghostface definitely has. So I think Ghostface has a very strong chance of being the first guest character in the next DLC package. And honestly, I'm excited about that. I know some people watching think Ghostface is a very weird fit, and I kind of agree, but that's why I'm so excited. Ghostface is so goofy and terrible at killing people in the movies. He's always stumbling and tripping and falling down, and as a result, I really hope that's part of his gameplay. Give us a move where he runs and then trips and knocks down the opponent. That'd be so funny and goofy. Or maybe give us a tackle where he goes to stab the opponent, but he drops the knife and just has to start punching them instead because he dropped his knife like an idiot. I think that would be amazing. The possibilities are endless, and I think Ghostface is a bizarrely good fit for the game because he's such a bizarre fit. But one last time, let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, because like I keep saying in all my videos, I truly do read each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton, and then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.